Hey guys, how's it going? Before I get into today's vlog, I want to mention first that I do not want anyone to send any threats or harass the companies that I'm going to mention, because I really don't want you guys getting into any sort of trouble. So please, please do not harass or send any threatening messages to these companies. I would really appreciate it. The second thing is, if you haven't seen my last vlog, I suggest you go watch it now before you continue on with this, so you can understand what is going on. I will leave a link down in the description. Now, if you did see my last vlog, then you know that the property manager here has been threatening my mom and I numerous times. But I'll get into that in a little bit. Right now, I want to talk to you about my leasing situation and the possibility that my mom and I are going to be homeless again. So this is what happened. January of this year, someone told my mom that this apartment complex will no longer be taking housing. Here's the thing. I've heard that rumor since May of 2015, which is when we moved in. But this person told my mom in such a way that it upset her. So to put my mom's mind at ease, I contacted corporate, Realty Capital, and they had told me that that is not true, that they're still taking housing, and to not worry about it. And the person that told my mom this rumor also lives in the same apartment complex as we do. Then February came in, and I had a meeting with housing to go over our renewal. The caseworker mentioned that she heard the rumor, and I said that I contacted corporate, they said they're still taking housing, and she said that she did the exact same thing, and that apparently it wasn't this apartment complex, it was a different apartment complex that will no longer be taking housing, which was under the same management. Now on March 26th or 8th, I'm not sure, I had to go to court with my mom to get a protection order for her against the property manager due to all the harassment. While there, the property manager mentioned that we were not going to get a renewal on our lease. I was shocked. So I contacted corporate and I spoke to someone. I'm going to call her Lily. And she said that she'll look into it and that she'll get back to me. But she never called me back. Due to being stonewalled by Realty Capital, I went to the Housing Authority on March 23rd. I explained the situation to my mom's caseworker. That is when I found out that there was a letter that was sent from the property manager to the Housing Authority, and apparently a letter was put on my door, letting me know that they were not going to renew my lease. Here's the thing. One, I never saw this letter, and I don't believe that there was one put on my door. Two, the property manager knows that she's not allowed to put any notices or letters on my door. It has to be sent via certified receipt or certified mail or whatever it's called. That is due to an agreement through human rights between myself, my mom, and corporate. Because of the situation, housing was able to get us an extension of 30 days, so I would have to leave at the end of May. I was able to get a copy of this letter from housing. If you want to see it, it will be on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, along with everything else regarding to this matter. Now, the reason why we were told that we were not going to get a renewal on our lease was because this place was no longer taking housing. That is not true, because I know someone who lives here that is under the same program as my mom and I, HUD Vash, and he got a renewal on his lease. So I called corporate and I spoke to Lily again. I told her that I knew that this place was still taking housing, and I wanted to know the real reason of why I wasn't getting a renewal on my lease. She said that this place was getting renovated. I don't believe that one bit. After a week of trying to find a place and having no such luck, I contacted corporate and I spoke to Lily. I explained the situation to her and she said that she could extend our lease until June 30th. She even offered to renew our lease as long as housing wasn't involved. Another reason why Lily gave me the extension was because the property manager did not give me a 60-day notice. I was fully unaware of the situation. I had no idea I wasn't getting a renewal on my lease. So I told Lily that she needs to contact housing and let them know about the extension. A few days after that call, I did get a letter from housing confirming that extension. And that is what I based my moving date on. And guess what? I did find a place, which was a duplex, and it had a backyard, so I knew that Pikachu, my mom's ESA dog, would love that. But I wasn't going to be able to move in until the end of June anyways, because they have to fix a few things, and they didn't have the paperwork on hand, so they were going to have to send it to me. So the goal was to move on June 27th, but I had to tell the property manager this because I own the locks on the door, and so she was going to have maintenance put new ones on. So I got the papers in the mail, but for some reason the property manager approached my mom outside the apartment door and told my mom that she had to be moved out by the end of May. There's no reason for the property manager to approach my mom. My mom was just standing outside the front door, minding her own business, and the property manager came over and told her this and then walked away. My mom never said a word to her. Not only that, the judge told the property manager that she was to leave my mom alone, but the property manager ignored it. The property manager was fully aware that we were moving on June 27th. That was the plan. She decided to do this just to get back at us for taking her to court, human rights for mediation, reporting her to Pinellas County Housing Authority, and having a lawyer send her a warning. So after hearing about this, I contacted corporate and I spoke to Lily. I explained what had happened, and Lily said she would look into it and get back to me, which she never did. I also talked to the assistant in the leasing office about what happened, and she said that she would look into it and get back to me. The next thing I know is I get a letter taped on my door saying that I have to be out by the end of May. Now, early May, I did find an apartment at a senior citizen's home. The apartment was smaller than what we already have now, but because of the deadline, I went ahead and filed for the application. I spent nearly $400 on the application fees and the holding fee. Then a few days ago, I got a call from the senior citizens home saying that we could not move into the apartment complex due to a bad report from the property manager. I should not be getting a negative report whatsoever. I've never been late on my rent, and I've been known to pay my rent days early. I tried to get that report from them, but they said they could not give it to me. So they said I had to go get it from the property manager. But the property manager refused to give it to me. When she said this, she had a smile on her face like she got away with something. Now, this is the second time that she prevented us from moving. You're probably wondering why the property manager is doing this. Well, remember those threats that I mentioned? Well, one of her main threats is that if we ever reported to any sort of authority, she would have us evicted within 3 days. And you and I both know she can't do that. So she waited until our lease was up. I tried to get information from them about what was in the report. From what I could gather from them, it sounded like a slander report. So now my mom and I are going to lose everything. We're going to lose the animals. My mom and I are going to be homeless again. And I've been homeless before. And I don't want to go through that again. And she's getting away with it. Corporate knows what she's doing. And they're allowing her to get away with it. Realty Capital, you guys should be ashamed of yourself. The first time when I was homeless, I was 10. From the age of 10 to 24, my mom and I have been in hotels, shelters, and we even lived in a car. Not only this, we are going to lose housing now. And I have no idea what I'm going to do. No one should go through this. I don't know how these people can even be human. I'm not going to bother wasting the money on application fees because the property manager will just send in another slander report. I am just so tired. I have fallen into such deep depression. As you guys can see, I tore down the tapestries because for some reason I just could not handle anything on my walls. I've tore down my paintings. I've tore down the lights that are around my mirror and my door frames. I could not handle any of it. Now, she is getting back at us because I got a lawyer involved regarding to the harassment of my mom's ESA dog, and she got a warning letter, and so did corporate. Then I had to get the housing authority involved because she refused to do the repairs in my apartment. Then we had to get human rights involved because she continued to harass my mom's dog. Then we had to take her to court because she continued to harass my mom. She has been warned numerous times to stay away from my mom, and she continues to ignore those warnings. Now, you're probably wondering, Tammy, why didn't you contact corporate? I did. The first corporate company that owned this, Dimitri Real Estate, they were fully aware of what was going on here. I sent emails, I called, they ignored everything. Then this corporate company comes in, Real Estate Capital. Again, they ignored the emails, they ignored the calls. You'll be seeing all the letters and the documents on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So once again, please do not send any threats or harass the companies. I would really appreciate it. So that'd be the end of this vlog. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. But not only that, if you or someone who you know is going through a similar situation, please comment below or email me. I'd really like to hear what you have to say. Again, thanks for watching.